So this is a sign of the times. They put locks on the mailboxes now so that homeless people can't either reach in there with hooks trying to steal mail or throw trash in there. Okay, this is Barney, right by the BWP, and it's interesting that the BWP has been down here, and they put these tow away signs, this is relatively recent. You know what? I never noticed, but during the daytime, because I only come here at night generally, haven't been down here that often. It's like there's somebody there. Just obviously, I don't know if this has become like a homeless haven or a city or whatever, but clearly there's people who are just hanging out back there. You see the guy without his shirt on running around? I don't think you could probably see it. There's a guy back there who's just like running around this derelict. There he is. You see him again. He's running around this derelict building, and I'm assuming that he's trespassing. And he's probably the guy. Maybe he's the guy that lives over here. Some kind of a little enclave developing. But anyway, we see the guy here, and we see the guy over there. And I'm gonna try and be a little bit down low about the video because I know these guys tend to get a little angry when the guy's pretty young. You know, he's like a young guy, probably not that old, and he's looked like he was probably 25, 30, 25 max. So I'm just gonna park for a second and just call it into Street Plus and see what they say. Maybe they're gonna have something to say about it. Okay, this is 410 Barney. This is the Ameritees, the tea company, tees, t-shirts. They got the guy camping out there still back there. I think it'll be fun to see if the feral cats are roaming around. They're like little marauders back here in the on Barney on the side street, and it's kind of interesting to watch them because they're aggressive little group. You know, if they were just full-size wild full-size lions and cats and stuff, boy, they'd be a terror. But I'm gonna go down here and see if there's any signs of homelessness, and I don't see that van. You know, that van that was here yesterday is gone, and the guy moved it, and the old van. And there's usually there they are. There's one of them. There's usually like a bunch. There they are, a bunch of feral cats around here. And there's a lot of them, like a whole bunch of them. There's one over there, right there. I see one on the side, and they roam around. But I'm sure it's good for keeping the pests under control. Shopping cart here from the other day when I was looking to see if there was signs of homelessness. That cart had clear signs of a homeless person. It had water and personal property or something, but it's been abandoned. So it's not, it's not their stuff. They've abandoned it. Maybe they found a place to live, hopefully. But anyway, I don't see anybody else back here. But yeah, there's some serious problems growing over there at the Americold storage place. That's the derelict buildings turned into a homeless shelter. Maybe that's the solution, for them to just buy some rent. I don't know. I said buy. It's a mistake. Rent some space over there. But if it goes unchecked, that's just going to become a drug den, heroin and meth den, and then it'll become a dangerous place. And like they have over at Cahuenga, where they have people with ghost guns over at the meth and heroin camp at Cahuenga Boulevard.
So I find out after I finished my survey that on March 15th, 2021, homeless people set fire to the Americold building. It is a city-owned property. And they put up a 6-foot fence with no barbed wire. And of course, people can jump over that. It's easy peasy. And they didn't learn the first time. It still has a 6-foot fence with no barbed wire. It's another mismanaged property by the city. They should have put up an 8-foot fence with barbed wire and had an electronic security system. They did none of those things. And big money was spent putting out this fire the first time. And they still have squatters as of this past Sunday. And that's only a couple of days ago. And now there's two people camping in front of the property. So I don't know. You have to ask yourself the question, is anybody really in charge here?
All right, so I'm up here across the street from Walmart, and yesterday at night there was illegal camping here. It's still here, and the guy's still here. So it's right across the street from Walmart. I guess this gentleman over here is taking a cart as well, but over here across the street from Walmart we have encampments. Why doesn't Metro just put up a fence here? That would be the simple solution, is they just fence the space up and they wouldn't have this problem anymore, and they wouldn't have people coming here. I call this guy the Marine because he was kind of clean cut and young looking and had short hair. I don't know if he's a young guy because I didn't see him during the daytime. He's usually away or inside during the daytime, but anyway, I don't think he's leaving anytime soon. We're gonna have to talk to the Metro and see what they say and see if the city can figure out a way to resolve that illegal camp. All right, I see Kerry Mitchell. He's right over here, and his stuff is over here. And Kerry has taken up residence at, he takes up residence wherever there's a liquor store. He is an alcoholic. He's been arrested for alcohol charges. That's his stuff. He gets, whatever the cheap soda is in a styrofoam cup, and then he mixes his drinks. And you never see him with a bottle of liquor, but I always see him at the liquor store. And his arrest record shows that he's been in, court 8 times, at least once for a methamphetamine charge. This is Arrow Liquor. It just surprises me that Arrow Liquor doesn't just stop serving the man, I mean, he's obviously homeless, and yet they keep selling him alcoholic beverages. It'd be great if you see this video, you could, send George's Corner a note and say, hey, would you mind not serving alcoholics that are clearly homeless? You're sell them liquor. It might be helpful for the community. They'll just move away. They'll go away. They won't be buying from here. They won't sleep here. Kerry spends his entire night after night, sleeping on the sidewalk. And it would be nice if we could find a way to help him, So I'm going to talk to him. I don't really like to interview people on the video unless it's really necessary. I'm just going to talk to him. They're passed out again. He just passes out because he's so drunk. And I'm going to chat with him and see what he says about the idea of, getting into a situation. I'm going to go chat with him right now and talk to him about a shelter. So, Kerry Mitchell, this is not a problem with affordable housing. This is a problem with serious addiction. He's an inebriate. I just asked him if he'd be interested in a place to sleep tonight. He said, he rolled his finger in circles and said, maybe sometime, maybe some other time, and he couldn't really understand him. So I'm going to continue on my journey and look for anybody else who might be out tonight. Surprisingly, not that many people so far. I've not run into that many people. I'm going to check to see if I can find Loretta Lynn Lowe, Brian Zach, and Chicago. Those are 3 that I usually see every day, but I didn't see Chicago last night. Maybe we won't see him again today. The Mummy is not there. Yeah, the Mummy's not there. He'll probably be there tonight. I don't know if I have the energy to do two tonight. Boy, that trash can sure is full. The city has these deals where they offer free trash pickup, but they don't pick up as often as they should. And I say just pull them out. Let the merchants do the work. If they generate trash, let them pay for it. Why are the taxpayers paying for it? You could just cite them for not cleaning up in front of their business, which, by the way, is the law of the land here in Burbank. Nobody. I'm not seeing anybody. Well, that's good. Kerry Mitchell's the only one. I thought Brian Zach would be around, but I don't see him tonight. Let's see if we can find out if... Let's see if we see Chicago. He might be over here tonight. Yeah, I see something going on over there. All right, Chicago's here again. He wasn't here last night. He's not always there. So this is Chicago. He's here quite often. And there is Loretta Lynn Lowe. She's there. She's very hostile. She's a very hostile and very angry lady. She's been arrested 38 times, 22 of which were in the past 5 years. I don't know Chicago's real name, otherwise I'd look him up. But Loretta Lynn Lowe is started doing meth in '92. Was the first time she got arrested for it. All right, I'm gonna go check around, see if we find anybody else. This guy looks like he's just enjoying some coffee, and we'll see if any of the other folks are there. Maybe the plumber. This guy right here in that jacket is smoking a joint in public. I mean, it stinks of weed. He's smoking weed in public. I'm gonna follow him around and see if I can get the cops to maybe grab him and give him a ticket. All right, so this is Valley. I'm coming up through the alley. And this is, there he is, the plumber. That's the plumber. You can always tell the plumber because he doesn't have plumbing tools. It was the crack hanging out when I first met him. This gentleman is always here. He's got his Smart and Final stuff. That's how I know it's him. And then he puts on earphones and just goes to sleep. A lot of times he hides out between Professional Realty Company and Midtown Dental Group in that crevice right between the two buildings. He just hangs out there. And he's here. He's chronically homeless. He's here every single day. I see him every single day, day after day. And that's it for tonight's census. I don't see anybody else. Pretty good numbers. I mean, I say good. It's the usual people, but I'm not seeing any of the new people. You know, we had the zombie apocalypse a few nights ago where there was a couple of just literally zombies roaming around the neighborhood, and I don't see them tonight. And I haven't seen them last night either. So I guess that's a good sign. I'm not sure where they come from, though. You know, it's a bit of a conundrum. I think they're coming from the meth and heroin camp on Cahuenga, but that's my opinion.